what you doing?
What do you want?
Oh, I thought I'd just check on you, see how you're doing. Wait, you're not slacking off, are you?
What? Oh, me? Oh, well, I've been real productive. Yeah, making real good use of my time. Wrote a script for a video about a video game. Zelda, just Zelda. Wrote a script. Did a good job. And then also edited a video. Edited a video. This one right there. Haven't been wasting my time at all. No, haven't been watching the Breath of the Wild trailer 50 times. Just over and over again. No, come on. Who even does that? No one does that. Definitely not me. No, come on. Who are you even kidding? So hey, what did you want anyway?
Oh, well, in case you hadn't noticed, it's Christmas time. And during Christmas, people usually give each other presents.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Christmas is coming up. Oh, wait, presents. Forgot about those.
Now don't worry, I know you don't have any money, so you don't have to give me a present. But society still expects me to gift you something. So I need you to pick a present.
Oh, wait, you want to give me a present? Oh, well, that's nice. Could we hold out till March? Could we just postpone things, delay things till March 3rd at least? Just wait with things until that. Wait with presents. No particular reason. I just don't know if there's just March 3rd maybe.
What? No! Christmas time is now. Hey, listen, I can't be bothered with your shenanigans. Just pick a present and we can all go home. Or I guess you're already home. I'll go home. Bye. Just email me the list.
Okay, well, apparently I need to pick a present for myself. I can't even believe it. I mean, it's not like there's nothing that I want, but it's just that... the Switch is coming out. I can't just get whatever. Come on, I can't think of something else to get. Okay, well, I guess I'll just search for Zelda. There's bound to be some good games about that, right? Oh, what's this? The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. Sounds interesting enough. I saw this on the eShop once. Looked pretty interesting. I just didn't get it then. Looks good enough. Is Zelda... The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is a 2D top-down Zelda game for the Nintendo 3DS, which is technically a sequel reboot thingy to A Link to the Past. I don't know much about that game as I haven't played that yet. It's sitting in my virtual console library waiting to be played, so you guys better get hyped for whenever I get around to playing it on my channel. Anyway, my point is, I haven't played it, so I can't compare the two games in this video. Sorry. For now though, let's focus on A Link Between Worlds. We start off the game and... What? Link's sleeping again! And wouldn't you know it, he's just had a nightmare. About an evil beast he's going to fight later in the game. Wow, I haven't ever even seen that kind of thing before in a Zelda game. Wow, guys! Good job! 10 out of 10. Perfect! Anyway, Link's having a nightmare about... That's Golly, by the way. He's our... friend? Maybe? Whoever he is, his father, the blacksmith, needs us now! And Link wants to become the blacksmith, so we must hurry there now! Again, now! You gotta go there now! No time for breakfast, we must get going now! After the customary worshipping of Majora's Mask that's in here for some reason, of course. Let's go! Wait, what is this? Saving? Papa says you should always do that. Could it be that the peoples of this world are aware that they are living in a simulation, a virtual reality? That the adults have figured out that their lives could be ended with the push of a button, or rather that their lives technically don't even exist at all? And they keep it a secret from the children because it would be too much for them to cope with? Nah, it's probably nothing. I reached the blacksmith and everyone's really disappointed in me. Wow, this game is so realistic. The interactions with people are just like in real life. Anyway, the captain, the jerk who just left, forgot his new sword. Somehow. You had 2 things to take with you. 2 things you specifically came here to get, and you forgot one of them? Okay. Well, whatever. The captain's memory issues are not my problem. In fact, they are my blessing. Because instead of having to do extra hard blacksmith work for being late, I get sent to deliver the sword to the captain. Now the blacksmith might not be planning to charge him for that, but I sure intend to. More money for less work. Great! So I go to Hyrule Castle and... I'm sorry, but your captain is in another castle. I mean sanctuary. He's in the sanctuary. Also, there's some weird paintings around. They might be important later, but never mind about that. Just, he's in the sanctuary. Go there. So I go to the sanctuary and I find... Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Dompe the Gravekeeper chatting with Sears. Sears, the priest's daughter. Sears goes to fetch the captain and leaves me to chat with Dompe, which I don't mind one bit. So what have you got to say? Okay, the captain, Sears. What? Paintings? There's trouble, Abreu? Psh, silly Dompe, there's no trouble. Oh no, there's trouble! Sears, the captain, and the priest are in trouble, and Senpai needs me to help them! There's obviously no time to waste! Just wait a second here. Gotta chop these plants down. Let's go! So I make my way through the, underground secret passage sewer dungeon, and I find this guy, Yuga, insulting basically everyone in Hyrule. Yuga turns Sears into a painting, and when Link attempts to stop him, lets Link knock himself out and struts off smugly. When Link wakes up, we get introduced to Ravio. He's a... Wait. Ravio is purple and looks a lot like a rabbit. Who else is purple, looks like a rabbit, and appeared in a game of a major Nintendo IP? Nabbit. Nabbit first appeared in New Super Mario Bros. U, which was released on the 18th of November 2012. Exactly 1,745 days later, excluding the end date, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was released. Could this mean? Yes, all the data seems to point toward it. I predict that on the 2nd of September 2018, exactly 1,745 days after A Link Between Worlds was released, a Zelda plus Rabbids crossover game will come out. MacPat, hit me up. After finding out what happened from Link, Ravio tells Link to go report this terrible event to Hyrule Castle. Before letting Link leave, he asks if he could stay at Link's place for just a couple of days, and when Link says yes, he gives him his old, smelly bracelet? Yay? Since the game wouldn't let me cut off Ravio's head because I'm a responsible resident of the Kingdom of Hyrule, I head over to the Castle of Hyrule to report all the terrible things that just happened. Oh hey, what's this door? Oh hey guards, what's up? Am I allowed to be in here? Yes? Okay. Speaking of these guards, what are they doing? It looks like at least some of them are here guarding this chest, but they don't even care when I steal all its contents. And speaking of the chest contents, it's a blue rupee. Yes, a blue rupee. You know, a thing that you could get by just chopping up a patch of grass. And it was apparently deemed valuable enough to be stored in a chest in a hallway guarded by guards in Hyrule Castle? You know, I think this government deserves to be overthrown by Ganon. This is not in any way a reasonable or responsible way to spend resources. After stealing everything that I could and acquainting myself with some historic art in the main hall, I get invited to meet Princess Zelda. In the usual Zelda fashion, Princess Zelda has also had nightmares about evil and bad stuff. We tell her what happened in the sanctuary, or I guess since Link doesn't speak in this game either, she somehow infers it from his facial expressions? She then gives us a special charm and sends us off to consult Sahasrahla about the current situation. Sahasrahla is an old wise man in Kakariko village. He tells us that Sears is a descendant of the original 7 sages and that Yuga must be after all the descendants because somehow that would let him resurrect Ganon. We get sent to protect Osvala, this warrior looking guy. Osvala is Sahasrahla's pupil and also a descendant of one of the 7 sages. Sahasrahla had sent him off to the Eastern Palace to investigate rumors of a strange man lurking around there. After you beat the Eastern Palace and defeat Yuga, Yuga attempts to turn you into a painting, but somehow, for some reason, Ravio's bracelet saves you. And you gain the ability to turn two-dimensional and walk in walls. This is the main mechanic or gimmick of this game, and it's really cool. It allows for some really cool puzzles, and it's just a fun idea in and of itself. Later in the game, cracks appear all over the world, which allow you to travel between Hyrule and Lorule, a darker, more dangerous version of Hyrule, which is Triforce is broken, and where a lot of the people are just ruder versions of people in Hyrule. I will now stop going over the story of the game to avoid spoilers and to save on time, and because I'm lazy. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is a really solid game, and even a really solid Zelda game. It has lots of dungeons, which I usually would call a bad thing, because I personally am not a fan of dungeons, at least in Zelda games, and dungeons are usually my least favorite part of a Zelda game. But in this game, they're really not that bad. They're not too long, not too confusing, they're pretty different from each other, and yes, they're even quite a fun and enjoyable experience. I even found myself looking forward to reaching and playing a dungeon sometimes, which is something that really doesn't happen often. In other Zelda games, I generally dread the upcoming dungeons and drag myself through them for the awesome item you unlock, or the story progression that unfolds at the end of them. In this game, that's just not the case, and good thing too, because in this game, you don't unlock items in dungeons. No, not at all. Remember Ravio? Well, he, without your permission I might add, sets up shop at your house and starts renting out items for rupees. This means a lot of the abilities you can get in this game can be bought almost right from the get-go. Because of this, you're also free to choose in which order you complete dungeons, which adds a nice sense of freedom. There are still some abilities and items you unlock in a more traditional manner, through side quests and just talking to people, like the Power Glove, and upgrades to those abilities, like the upgraded version of the Power Glove, the Titan's Mitt. So why exactly is it called renting items from Ravio? Well, because you really don't own them quite yet. The rented items have a purple Ravio icon next to them, and when you die, you lose all of them. If you don't trust yourself to not die, I'd recommend not renting all the items at once, because renting them all costs over 500 rupees. In this playthrough, I didn't die even once, except for the one intentional time on a copy save file to get footage for this exact segment. But my first time playing, there were a few quite infuriating deaths, followed by some rupee farming. But obviously now I'm such a huge pro, look at me dodging all those, ow. I did get close to death a few times, but surprisingly never actually died. Eventually Ravio allows you to buy all the items for real, but this will set you back 8,000 rupees for all of them, so you better slice up all the grass you see. A Link Between Worlds boasts a lot of the Zelda features we already know and love. You can collect heart pieces and heart containers, which allow you to increase your max health. As already mentioned, you can collect various items and unlock different abilities by completing side quests, though the usual rewards for side quests and minigames are heart pieces and or rupees. And they are just that, side quests, even if you unlock something that feels like an absolute necessity. I played through most of the game with only one item slot, then I remembered that you could unlock a second one pretty early in the game, went ahead and unlocked it, and felt really stupid. You can collect bottles, which are not as useful as you'd expect. The only use for bottles that I remember from this game is storing potions or other beverages, but I never found myself really wanting or needing to use them. Unlike in, for example, Majora's Mask, where I was constantly in desperate need of more bottles. This game just isn't that difficult to require you to use potions, and bottles aren't really used for anything else either. Because of this, the most use my bottles ever got was delivering milk to a guy in the mountains for a side quest. A Link Between Worlds also has some collectibles of its own. Occasionally, you will find Master Ore, be it by completing a challenge or by solving an extra hard puzzle in a dungeon. There are 4 pieces of Master Ore that can be found, so they are pretty rare. If you give 2 chunks of Master Ore to a blacksmith, he will upgrade the Master Sword, doubling the damage it deals. You can upgrade the Master Sword 2 times. The first upgrade is done by the blacksmith in Hyrule, and the second one by the blacksmith in Lorule. I must say, having a full-powered Master Sword feels really nice. It doesn't make a huge difference since most enemies are really easily killed even without the upgrades, but when fighting some of the more powerful enemies, it helps to be able to kill them faster than this. And at least I can actually unlock it in this game, unlike in Breath of the Wild where... Oh, come on! No! If you enter this cave, you will find this thing, lady. This is Mother Mayamai, and she has lost all over 100 babies. Okay, I'm no one to judge, things happen. Though I do suspect she must have done this on purpose and now regrets it. Being a mother can't be easy. I think they were on a walk, or whatever Maya might do, maybe waddle around the place a little. I don't know how they move. But yeah, they were on a walk one day, and she just had enough and blew them all into oblivion. Well, whatever the events that led up to this, as usual, Link is asked to help. The 100 Mayamai are hidden all around both Hyrule and Lorule. I have no idea how the Mayamai even got into Lorule, but once again, none of my business. Collecting the Mayamai isn't as tedious as some might think. In fact, it's one of my favorite Zelda side quests to date. If it's not in my top 10, then definitely in my top 20. But maybe even in my top 10. So what do you get for reuniting the Mayamai family? Well, for every 10 Mayamai you return, you can choose one of your items to be upgraded into nice items. And nice items are pretty nice. Bwah! Pow! Boo! Chat 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 chat! Whoosh! If you return all 100, Mother Mayamai eats you. And upgrades your spin attack. This is not called the nice spin attack, however. This is the great spin attack. But it's also pretty nice. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is a fun game for the Nintendo 3DS. I do think fun is the best word to describe this game with, which I think is really great to get to say about anything, but especially a video game. The gameplay is enjoyable and cool, but not very complicated, so anyone new to Zelda games or even video games in general shouldn't have a hard time with it. The game is filled with memorable, or at the very least interesting characters, short but rewarding side quests, great bosses, even if some of them are rip-offs of bosses from other Zelda games, and, as already said, it's just fun. Just as the side quests, everything else, including the game itself, is short, fun, and rewarding. This means you aren't likely to get bored, tired, or annoyed, and, this being a handheld game, allows for short play sessions whenever you have an opportunity. Just take out your 3DS, play a bit, and close it back up. For me personally, that isn't a playstyle I prefer, and this time playing it, I couldn't really have done it anyway, since I had to be hooked up to my PC the whole time through to capture footage for the video. But if that's a playstyle you enjoy, or if that just fits your lifestyle, go crazy. Talking about crazy, I mentioned this game had some interesting characters. Now, I wasn't lying, but none of the characters in this game live up to the usual Zelda level of weird characters. There's nothing equivalent to tingle levels of awesome, or the grossness of a talking hand in the toilet, or Agatha. But the characters are still charming and have their little personalities. For example, this lady. You find your way into her house by going through a Lorule Hyrule crack, essentially sneaking into her house while she's dressing. Instead of getting mad at you, she gives you a heart piece, and when you do it again, gives you a recovery heart. Or this Hinox. You find him in a cave in Lorule, and unlike other enemies, he doesn't attack you. Instead, he offers you money so you wouldn't attack him. You can either leave or keep asking for more. Eventually, the Hinox gets enraged and attacks you. You can't kill him, all you can do is leave or die. This is one of the very few times when a video game has made me feel like a terrible person. I always go through with these kinds of things in video games just to see what happens. But this time, yeah, I really deserve it. But don't worry, you can just exit and reopen the game. Exiting and re-entering the cave isn't enough. And do it all over again. Yay! Infinite free money! No. There's never much information provided about the people in this world, or I guess worlds, but somehow they just get me thinking about their life, their desires, their problems, their worries. I think it's remarkable how much we can learn about these characters, and just how thought-provoking this game can be, with just a few lines of text in just a few dialogue boxes, while Twilight Princess with all its mountains of text could only get me to yawn. 1,000 times. Something that doesn't bother me, but what I feel like is worth pointing out, is that in some places, having the Nintendo 3DS's stereoscopic 3D turned on is almost necessary to be able to tell what you're doing or where you are. Once again, not a problem for me, but if you for example play this on a 2DS, there are a couple of spots where you might have some trouble. Now I'm guessing some of you are already getting mad at me, getting ready to type in the comments, but what about the music? Well, stop. No need. I'm just saving the best for last because this game's soundtrack is amazing, featuring classic Zelda music like the Death Mountain theme or Hyrule Castle, and also some brand new tunes like Lorule Castle or Yuga's battle theme. Seriously, after playing this game you will hum these themes for months. The best part of this though have got to be the comments and videos playing the Yuga battle theme. The theme itself doesn't have any words, but it sounds like it does, resulting in these masterpieces. Yuga, flawless, flawless Yuga. Yuga, powerful Yuga. Bay, he's a pillow bay. Yuga, pompous, pompous Yuga. Yuga, flawless, flawless Yuga. Yuga, used to be yogurt. Gay, he's very gay. Yuga, walrus, walrus Yuga. Overall, A Link Between Worlds is not a very long game, but it's not too short either, and in my opinion feels just the right length for the kind of game it is. According to HowLongToBeat.com, even the average completionist beat time for this game is only 22.5 hours, and the average main story beat time is 16. Compare this to, say, Breath of the Wild, which is quite a long game, taking on average 43.5 hours just for the main story, and 170 for the average completionist playthrough. Still, it's a decently long game, offering, and I know you must be tired of me saying that, fun. Just fun and happiness, that's what this game is, and I enjoyed every second of it. Well, I didn't enjoy the part where I lost 2 hours of footage due to OBS messing up and having to play all that over again, but that wasn't the game's fault. I originally intended to 100% complete the game for this video, and I played through most of the game with that intention, looking around everywhere trying to collect everything I could. So why didn't I finish what I started? This stupid chicken minigame. You know what happens when you attack cuckoos? Well, try that! Except there's a lot more cuckoos, you can't get hit by any of them, and you have to keep this up for 999.99 seconds, which is 16.6665 minutes. This minigame is the bane of all gamers, but not in a bad way. I mean, it's based on skill and nothing's really unfair, but the difficulty level is leaps and bounds above anything else in this game. So it's not loot box bad, it's just ridiculously difficult. In the minigame, you have to dodge chickens flying at you. There are big chickens and small chickens and you have to dodge them for a certain amount of time. There are 4 difficulty levels. Once you've completed the first 3, for which you've been awarded some rupees and also a heart piece, you unlock the endless difficulty. This is where the problem comes in. Despite its name, the endless difficulty isn't actually endless. You can get rewards for surviving for certain amounts of time, but if you are a wizard and somehow manage to survive 999.99 seconds, you receive 3,000 rupees, congratulations from the minigame hostess, and greetings from a large cuckoo, who is also rumored to appear in the credits after completing this challenge. So, since I knew I wasn't going to beat this challenge anytime soon, if ever, I decided to just give up and call it the day after beating the game. Because what would be the point in getting all the other collectibles if the game still wouldn't be completed? Perhaps one day I will rise to the challenge and conquer Cuckoo Dash once and for all. But for now, this is it. This game is a must-get if you own a Nintendo 3DS or any other system in the Nintendo 3DS family. I will not assign this game a numbered rating like X out of 10 or X out of 100 or X out of 5 because first of all, lots of people understand these kinds of ratings quite differently. Secondly, I'm not even sure what rating would I want to assign this game if I were to assign one to it. And thirdly, I forgot the third reason. You won't hear it. Goodbye. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed. This was my first sort of review type, scripted, more edited video. I plan to do more of these in the future, so please let me know what you thought of this, how I could improve these videos, what was great, what could have been better, what completely sucked, etc. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or hit me up on Twitter or Discord, link should be in the description. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing. Peace out!